This time, Teddy is using racist rhetoric to describe various Democrats. He's just so proud. Yeah. The White House says sombreros will continue amid government shutdown. We know what they're referring to. Ted Cruz is the latest to push the AI generated videos of Democrats amid the shutdown. Senator Ted Cruz, the Republican out of Texas, edited sombreros and mustaches onto 44 Senate Democrats on Wednesday, threatening to continue until they reopen our government. There's, I want you to jump in right away, but I'm going to try to get through this. Cruz is Cuban American. Father immigrated to the US in 1957. 44 Senate Democrats who voted for Schumer's shutdown should know that the sombrero posting will continue until they reopen our government. Warned Cruz in a social media post. Hey, Macarena. I have to stop. There's more to get through, but I have to, Elliot. I have to. Number one, he's offended me because as disgusting and racist as this is, it's not even original. You're copying the other racist. You're a day late copying another racist. So I dock him points for that. But just that he thinks he's so damn cute with this stuff. He does.
Does I mean he's very I don't think there is a bigger fan of Ted Cruz than Ted Cruz. But yeah, the initial video that Trump posted that was like the AI Chuck Schumer talking the entire time, at least that had some kind of a joke in it where people objectively don't like the Democratic Party. Just taking images of these politicians that you don't agree with and slapping sombreros on them. I mean, yes, it is racist, and it also is completely devoid of what like actual facts represent in this case. Like the fact that undocumented immigrants actually supplement healthcare for United States citizens. All of that just gets so ignored and just sort of masked by this like ridiculous trolling. And it's like, is there any adults in this like administration? Can we just stop for a second? Can you look at the date? Can we recognize that maybe we're going down a really ridiculous path right now and you're kind of embarrassing yourselves? But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
And here's the thing, and he's not hearing it because it's just he's never faced a live audience with his jokes. I would think he has, but can you address the unfunniness of it all? Like when you're a
Yeah.
comedian and you're just getting your sea legs, right? And you're testing jokes and things. Describe the process and where he's missing the damn mark.
I I think a big part of it is usually with comedy, you come with. I mean, back in the day, now it's like all crowd work, but at least with stand up, you would work really hard on jokes that were tailor made and that you could kind of change according to whatever the temperature of the audience is. The problem here, I think, with Ted Cruz is that he is the joke, and so that makes it really difficult when you're already wearing clown makeup. It's really hard for people to think that what you're saying is funny because you're already too ridiculous for them to take seriously enough to even get to the punchline. So that is my like crackpot idea on it, I guess.
I think it makes it's scientific. It sounds scientific to me. He's
Exactly.
tripping over his own big red bozo shoes, and he's not getting it.
No.
The Macarena vocals have been replaced by an AI version of Donald Trump singing. I bet he was just cracking himself up. You ever know people who everybody else is really laughing, but like they crack themselves up, and that's him. Okay.
Yeah, and I think there's like I don't know what the word. I mean, it's they're getting enjoyment out of the idea that they're offending people, and I think that's also like not good for comedy because it's not rooted in making anybody laugh or in like drawing attention to just sort of all of our own fundamental contradictions. It's literally just going like, here's a thing that is going to offend you, and that is what makes it funny. And that's not what makes something funny. And also, you look ridiculous when you're just imagining everybody being offended when no one's offended. They're laughing at you, dude. Like that's what's happening here. So unfortunately, he's never going to get that.
I forget how old his kids are. I have a 13 going on 14-year-old in my house who checks me all the time. I wouldn't say that if I were you. It's not even funny. Stop talking to yourself, you know? And I would think there would be people within his own household who would say, Dad, please, please stop it. Okay. It's bad enough the president disgraced our grandfather and said he killed JFK. Okay, lied about that. Do you have to bring more shame to the family? My daughter would just say, that's it. She put a satchel on her back and be out of there with my credit card. It's just too much. Here's more. Kamala's never going to beat me in November. Got to make the country better than you can remember. Kamala's never going to beat me in November. Hey, Macarena. The AI generated Trump vocals sang. Cruz's post was a clear reference to Trump's recent sombrero edits to videos of House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. So it's also kissing up. He's just kissing up to Donald Trump. I mean, don't take a day off. After Trump posted an AI video of Jeffries in a sombrero and mustache on Monday with mariachi music playing in the background, the congressman accused Trump of being racist. Mr. President, the next time you have something to say about me, don't cop out through a racist and fake AI video, Jeffries, Brooklyn, protested. When I'm back in the Oval Office, say it to my face. Say it to my face. This is so, look, Hakeem Jeffries is right, it's racist, but this is so childish. And here comes Donald Trump responding.
Disgusting video, and we're going to continue to make clear, bigotry will get you nowhere. We are fighting to protect the health care of the American people in the face of an unprecedented Republican assault.
I don't know why, I haven't eaten today, so maybe that's why I did burst out laughing just a little bit. And I'm not proud of that. But I was laughing at it's like a Beavis and Butthead part 9-year-old. I like to pass gas. Did you smell it? That kind of humor. And it was so ridiculous. I think that's what made me have this ill-timed, this utterance that I couldn't quite control. Vice President J.D. Vance assured Jeffries on Wednesday that the sombrero memes will stop if he ends the government shutdown that began this week. So they're going to continue with these, okay? And it's most recently, Cruz is accusing New York Democratic mayoral nominee Zoran Mamdani of being a jihadist and a Marxist, also alleging that the New York Stock Exchange is, quote, woke. I just love Zoran's smile and unbothered attitude. We'll see how much it affects him as they continue to beat him up. Let's play the soundbite.
In a word, what's happening here?
Look, what's happening is New York is run by crazy people. Mamdani, if he's elected, is a Marxist. And you are going to see people who believe in free enterprise, people who believe in property rights, people who don't want a jihadist radical who wants to defund the police, fleeing New York City and many coming to Texas. Look, I think the Texas Wall Street, or it's colloquially known as Y'all Street, which I think is pretty funny. I think that's going to be a powerhouse that if you want to go and not have a woke stock exchange trying to impose political ideology on you, but instead simply have an avenue to raise capital, Texas is going to be the place to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to turn it over to you, but before I do, here's what I've learned just by watching this short video there, Ted Cruz. He's likely a close talker at the cocktail party. If you give him a courtesy laugh, you're done. He's just going to keep going and going and going. He's not running jokes by his family or Heidi, his wife. Instead, he's only running them by people who he employs. And that's why we're getting what we're getting here. I don't know where to start, so I'll just let you take it from there, Elliot.
Well, I mean, I will start with your brave admission that you did find the initial, I think that's what you said, the initial AI video was kind of funny. I also agree that it was a little fun. Not the racism part, but they took out the funny part about just making fun of Democrats and replaced it with just the racist part, which is, again, goes to show that these politically oriented people tend to not understand comedy at any fundamental level. I also have to say, I mean, in terms of like Hakeem Jeffries, I do fall asleep when he starts talking, so it's hard to always follow what he's saying. And I don't think that people take him that seriously anymore. And I don't think that his words are threatening in any capacity, just going like, oh, this is bigotry or whatever. Whereas then you have someone like Zoran Mamdani who is going, yeah, you can say whatever you want about me. But at the same time, I'm going to continue talking about how I'm going to make New York City more affordable for people. And I think that is a more rhetorically powerful method than what Hakeem Jeffries is doing, which is basically going, hey, stop posting things. Because when you do that, obviously they're just going to double down. And that's what they're doing.
Yeah, I like Sauron, and I can't pretend that I know all of his politics, Elliot, but I like his confidence. I mean, here's a guy, if you have two guys in some kind of MMA ring or so, it's a cage, right? One says, I don't need your money. I'm not going to take money from little old ladies or, anybody. Don't send me any more of your small donations. We can do this together. And then another guy who's just taking all kinds of money, has a stupid podcast, and leaves to go to Cancun when the lights are out in Texas. So one's like, to me, I don't like these, boxes, but he's the stereotypical definition of a man. Now I'd want to go to battle with him. The other one, you look back, you're like, come on, we got it. It's just the two of us, but we could take these guys. He's gone.
Yeah.
He's a dust. He's gone. He left. You're by yourself.
Right. Like, Ted Cruz, I don't think was able to stick up for his own wife when Trump was going after her. So the idea that he's going to come out guns blazing and be like, I'm in charge now is just kind of laughable. I don't even think he's liked on the right. Like, I don't know that I've ever met a single person besides Ted Cruz who likes Ted Cruz. And I think that you're right, that the people that he's employing, I mean, they're going, all right, yeah, they'll constantly be looking for new job openings, I imagine.
He may not even like himself. He might be faking it. He might sleep with the TV on. People do that when they don't want their mind to take over. There's too much garbage in there. They want to just sleep with the TV on.
Yeah.
And I think that he could. Why am I diagnosing this guy? He makes me, he just irks me.